Well, hello everyone.
And welcome to our shop. And welcome everyone. Today we're going to get on the GMC. I'm going to, I noticed last time I drove it, when I got to around 40-45 miles per hour, I had a lot of vibration in the front end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little DIY front end alignment to it and see how much out I am. Of course, that's what they call it, DIY. I think I'm going to call it Hillbilly front end alignment. So stay tuned and let's get to it.
Alright, I'm using a trick I learned on YouTube. We're going to do a Hillbilly front end alignment, and what we do is, if you notice, I got two jack stands tied up here in the front. I've got a string going all the way back to the back underneath the running boards around the rear tires. The ideal is to try to get it up close to the middle of the wheel, but I can't do it because of the running boards. I've got the same on the other side. But this is basically just for toe in or toe out adjustment. And if you look real close, what you do is you pull the string tight and you move this jack stand here till the string touches. You notice it's touching the tire here, but there's a good almost, I don't know, half-inch maybe a gap there. So that's toed out. Now you'd think, well, maybe I don't have the steering wheel perfectly centered, so we'll go over on the other side, and I got the same thing. All right, and if you look in there, the steering wheel is pretty much centered. So anyway, I'm going to set it to that. Now, I tried this before with the wheels, with the truck jacked up and me underneath it and adjusting it out. And apparently what happens when you put it down and put the weight on it, it'll change. It'll shift quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is adjust that toe to where I'm really close to level. I don't trust my all my settings to go too much on a toe in, but if I can get it at least to where it's straight, the strings touching both the front and back good, it'll improve my ride. Right now I've got a pretty good vibration once I get above 40 miles an hour. So anyway, all right, adjusting the tie rod is not actually, the toe in, toe out via the tie rod is actually not that hard to do. Let's see if I can hold the camera. Loosen this clamp there, and you can see there's one way down there at the other end. Loosen it, and you can spin this tie rod. You can see there's some reinforcement put on this tie rod. I did that because I straightened it, and I couldn't find a replacement, or I haven't yet. So I put some reinforcement on it to keep it straight. Anyway. All right, I'm gonna spin I got both sides broke loose. Let's spin it and see what we can get. I've also got both sides broke loose. I got the string pulled taut, and I can just barely fit to get to it. hydraulics aren't working good. All right, I've adjusted it out, and I got this side just where I want it. Both sides are touching about the same time. But we go over to this side, and it's still towed out quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is jack it up, disconnect the tire right at this end, and just run this one out and not the other one, and see if I can't get it closer. All right, we think we finally got it. First off, I had to manipulate my jack to where my string ran in between the white lettering. And I'm going to take a piece of paper, fold it up. Get a light over here. Yeah, maybe that's better. Where's the string? There it is. Okay, you can see it's moving it to go by. Okay, into the front. You can see it goes in between without moving it. All right, let's go to the other side. A lot of trial and error. You really need to do this with the wheels on the ground too. It's tough to do. Okay. Here's the back. All right. Okay, moving it. Here's the front. Okay. All right. Maybe I had a little bit more than I should have, but I believe I can have up to a 32nd of an inch, and that's probably about what it is, between there and a 1/16. So we'll try that. All right, now what it done though, look what it did to my steering wheel. I'm going to wait till I road test to make sure that's right before I move it. But it's not centered where I want it, but I believe the wheels are centered in relation to the rear wheels. So that's more important because I can easily move that steering wheel. All right. All right, I hope you had a great Christmas. I did. I've got a couple presents here that I'm going to work with. My new hat. So I guess this will signify what kind of work I'm going to be doing. And this is a door scraper for the outside. And he fits in a trough right there on the inside of the window. It runs all the way through. And way up here is a gap. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's get a little closer. That's how you feed it in and out, where my finger's pointing. And let's see, right there. Okay. Now, the old seal is just chipped in there, and it's not glued, thankfully, but it is really stuck. So I'm having to chip it out. So we're going to get the chipping. There's really no easy way to do it. I'll show a few shots of it. You slide it to that opening, which I finally got it to where it'll slide now. Then you can work it out, but in this case I'm breaking it out. That was the short half. I'll show you. Okay, you can see the trough now is empty all the way to that point right there, you see. Now I've got to get that long piece out. I won't bore you with that, so let's get to work. Finally got it out. See this gap right here? Okay, that's where you'd start it. So you got your short end, then you got your long end that goes that way. And what I'm going to try to do is start it on the long end first, get it all the way in, then do the short. All right. See that edge? See how it winds up there at the top there? Okay, that's what slides in that trough. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. All right, and what you do is you kind of feed it in and pull it at the same time, and it goes pretty easy. All right, if it'll dadgum focus good, we'll kind of show. You can see he's down in there now. Oh, it was a pain getting it in there. All right, and you can see how well, I got my light sitting here. But you can see how he kind of gives a rain barrier, a little bit of a barrier anyway. The main thing it'll do though is rattling. It'll help in keeping the window from rattling. All right. So you push pressure on it from this point all the way. Now, I got two, but I can't put the other one in because that don't take that kind. Because that's a vent window, isn't that something? Anyway. Well, all right. If those of you that watched my Christmas video know that we had about 4 inches of snow Christmas Eve, and it's lingering a couple days, which made a whole lot of people happy, and I gotta say I even enjoyed it some, although it's caused me more work. With the roads being how they are, it's slushy and there's still that brine solution. We're not going to take the GMC out and do any test drive with it today. We'll see maybe here in a week or so, or two, when everything is dried down and everything, we'll take it back out. I got it too clean right now. I just don't want to take it out of this stuff. So anyway, by the time this airs, we should be at the end of 2020 and at the beginning of 2021. I'll tell you, let's stick a fork in 2020 and put it in our rear view mirror, and let's head down the path of that 2021 and hope that we get a whole lot better cruise out of it. How's that? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close the video with some scenes from from the snow. It's we don't get it that much, and we don't get 4 inches, at one time often either. So, and I'll show you some upcoming work I've got to do too. So anyway, Happy New Year's. I hope your 2021 is a whole lot better than what this 2020 has been. And have a good one. We'll see you, and we'll see you on the next one. See you. Yep. Christmas Day 2020. A white Christmas indeed. Santa's still standing. Somebody knocked over my mailbox. Let's go see what's going on. Yep, lost a tree. Look at that big monster. Oh, good. It didn't get my neighbors. That's a good thing. Didn't get her corral. Like it just busted off there at the root.